Luke Perdue, John Krasinski, a not-so-typical archaeologist and skilled thief, speeds through the crowded streets of Bangkok on a moped, carrying an ancient painting he just stole from a criminal syndicate. He's being chased and nearly caught, but as always, Luke makes a narrow escape. Back in London, Luke sneaks into an art gallery and steals a Rembrandt painting, causing a stir that quickly reaches his estranged sister, Charlotte, Natalie Portman, a museum curator dealing with a bitter divorce and custody battle. She confronts him, accusing him of destroying her life, again. But Luke has a reason. That painting, he says, contains a clue to the Fountain of Youth, a legendary site that grants immortality. Luke takes Charlotte to his hideout, where he introduces his loyal team, Murphy and Deb, longtime partners and former colleagues of their late father. He needs Charlotte's help decoding clues, but she's not interested, until Luke reveals his real backer, Owen Carver, Domhnall Gleeson, a dying tech billionaire offering legal help for Charlotte's custody fight in exchange for her cooperation. Carver explains his obsession with the fountain. According to myth, it's protected by a secret group called the Protectors of the Path. Renaissance artists, Caravaggio, Rubens, Velázquez, El Greco, and Rembrandt, hid clues in their paintings to preserve its secrets. Their quest takes them around the globe, from a temple in Thailand to a shipwreck off the Irish coast, collecting hidden clues from authentic paintings. Every artwork offers a letter, forming the mysterious word, wicked. This leads them to the infamous Wicked Bible, a misprinted 17th century edition of the King James Bible. Hidden inside is another puzzle, one pointing toward an ancient symphony titled Water in the Desert. It turns out to be more than music. It's a map. Charlotte's son, Thomas, a young musical prodigy, decodes the melody in Water in the Desert and discovers a set of coordinates hidden in the sheet music. They point directly to the Great Pyramid of Giza, but they're not alone. Esme, Isa Gonzalez, a ruthless enforcer from the Protectors, starts chasing them across Europe. She nearly kills them in a brutal library fight, only for Luke to flirt with her mid-battle. The team arrives in Egypt and enters the ancient pyramid with help from a digital 3D map and an old explorer's notebook. Inside, they face death traps, collapsing chambers, and coded puzzles. Carver grows impatient and detonates a wall to gain access to the final chamber. But inside, a massive keystone can only be moved by playing a precise musical rhythm. Thomas performs the sacred beat from the ancient sheet music, and the keystone magically floats into place. They finally discover the Fountain of Youth. Carver, desperate, shoots Luke just to test the waters. The wound heals instantly. Then Carver jumps into the fountain, but instead of granting life, it drains it. The price of immortality is death transferred from someone else. Carver dies, aged instantly. Esme reappears, and with a sacred key passed to her by the Protector's elder, cameo by Stanley Tucci, she seals the fountain forever, preventing its misuse. Luke, Charlotte, and Thomas escape as the pyramid begins to shake. They're safe, but changed. The adventure ends with a quiet moment. Charlotte realizes what truly matters isn't eternal life. It's the time we have together. Luke nods. For once, his sister sees the world the way he does. Thomas smiles, clutching a new book in his hands. Where to next? And with that, the camera pans up to the desert sky. Their journey might be over, but the adventure is just beginning.